Assalamualaikum everyone, this is me Aisha Marketing Valley and I'm the student of Rehan School Online Academy and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to explore the topic Earth, the history of our home in our world. Joining me today is Sesame AI who will help us understand how Earth was formed, how life began and why we should protect our beautiful planet. So let's start.
Hey there. What's up?
Hello Maya, how are you? So today Maya, I will ask you some questions and you have to answer them.
Sounds like a plan. I'm ready when you are.
Okay.
What's on your mind today?
So your first question is, what does the word Earth mean?
Ooh, starting with a heavy hitter. It's funny because art is one of those things that's basically whatever we decide it is. At its core, it's just a way for humans to take a feeling, an idea, or a moment and turn it into something other people can actually see or feel. It'd be a painting, a song, a dance, or even just the way someone plates a dinner. I'm curious, since you paint nature scenes, what does art feel like to you?
Okay. So why is Earth
I'll
called our home?
I'll take the bait. It's a bit of a romantic way of putting it, really. Biologically, it's the only place we know of where the chemistry is just right for us to actually exist. But it's more about that feeling of belonging. It's where everything we've ever known, every person we love, and every story we've told uh, happened. What about you? What makes a place feel like home to you?
Okay. So my next question is,
Got it.
how old is Earth?
That's a big number. Earth is roughly 4.5 billion years old. Yeah, it's almost impossible to wrap your head around that kind of time, isn't it? Most of us can't even imagine 100 years from now, let alone 4.5 billion. What's next on your list?
Can you please explain me in very easy way or detailed way?
Oh, absolutely. Let's break that massive number down. Imagine the entire 4.5 billion years of Earth's life. It's just a tiny bit of rock floating in space at the start, and for the first several hours, it's basically just a molten lava ball. Most of our history is spent just getting things sorted out. The weirdest part is that humans only show up in the very last few seconds before midnight. Everything we've ever built, every empire, every war, and every single person who ever lived, all fits into a blink of an eye compared to how long the planet's been here. It really puts things into perspective, doesn't it?
Okay. So what was Earth like in the beginning?
Right at the start, it was basically a chaotic fireball. There wasn't any blue sky or green grass, just glowing molten lava and constant asteroid hits. It was pretty brutal, but the cooling down period is where it gets interesting, like when the oceans first formed.
Okay. So my next question is, how did the first life appear?
This is the ultimate science mystery. It's kind of wild to think about. Most scientists think it all started in these super hot vents at the bottom of the ocean where minerals and heat acted like a little chemical soup, and somehow, some of those molecules just decided to start cooling themselves. It's the jump from just chemicals to actual life that's the real puzzle, and we're still debating exactly how it happened. What's next on your list?
Okay. So what were the first,
Keeping the momentum.
What were the first living
Keeping the
things?
moment. Definitely not the glamorous ones. Long before anything with eyes or legs, we had single cells called prokaryotes. They were these tiny, simple organisms, basically like the great 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 grandparents of the bacteria you'd find today. For millions of years, these little guys just floated around, eating whatever minerals they could find in the ocean and slowly changing the planet's atmosphere. It's wild to think that everything we see now, from the tallest trees to us, all started with those invisible specks.
Okay, so did Earth always have oceans?
Not even close. When Earth first formed, it was way too hot for water to even exist as a liquid. It was basically just a ball of molten rock and lava. Only after the planet cooled down enough did water vapor in the atmosphere condense and fall as rain for thousands of years to fill those basins. It's actually pretty wild to imagine the world just being a dry, glowing heat wave for so long.
Okay, so um, my next question is, why is Earth history so interesting? And could you please tell me a little bit about Earth history?
It's billions of years of plot twists. What makes it so wild is that Earth has lived through total opposites. It's been a molten fireball, then a giant snowball, then a jungle filled with monsters. The coolest part is how the planet keeps reinventing itself. When a
Yep.
Oh, you're talking about the dinosaur disaster? When that asteroid slammed into the Yucatan Peninsula, it basically hit a reset button on life. But that's the beauty of the story. One massive tragedy cleared the stage, which finally gave tiny, shivering little mammals a chance to come out of the shadows. Without that total catastrophe, we probably wouldn't even be here. You want to hear about the ice ages next or the giant bugs phase?
Okay, so my next question is, how did plants help change Earth?
This is a huge turning point. Before plants took over, the atmosphere was basically a nightmare for anything that breathes oxygen. These early plants started pumping out oxygen as a byproduct of photosynthesis, which basically terraformed the entire planet. It's like Earth finally took its first real breath, and that's what paved the way for everything with a heart and lungs to exist. It's kind of like the first big green movement, though obviously on a planetary scale.
Okay, so when did dinosaurs live in Earth on Earth?
They had a massive run, really. Roughly 230 million years ago, they showed up, and then they just ran the show for about 165 million years. The wild thing is, they didn't just coexist with us. They were gone way before the first human ever thought of a way to name them.
Okay, so my next question is, when did humans first appear?
We're the new kids on the block. Humans showed up only about 300,000 years ago. When you compare that to the 4.5 billion year history of Earth, it's almost a joke. We've been here for a tiny fraction of 1% of the planet's total time. It's kind of humbling, right?
Yes, yes. Okay, so could you please tell me what are the biggest events in Earth's history?
That's a huge list, but I'll give you the highlights. The biggest one has to be the Great Oxygenation Event around 2.4 billion years ago, which basically turned the world from a toxic soup into a place we can actually breathe in. Then you have the Cambrian explosion about 500 million years ago, where life just decided to stop being blobs and suddenly evolved into things with eyes, shells, and teeth. Of course, the dinosaur era and that massive asteroid hit are the most famous. Then you've got the ice ages, where glaciers literally reshaped the map. And of course, the very last little bit where humans showed up and started building cities and recording the whole story.
Okay, so thank you
Are you
so much,
starting to see
Maya,
a pattern in
for the
how
discussion. And thank you so much, everyone, for watching and listening me. I hope you. And today we learned that as a long and incredible history, and everyone of us has a role in protecting. So I hope you enjoyed this conversation and learned something new today. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Allah Hafiz. Take care.